Welcome to Artificial Intelligence for Work, School, and Life, the podcast for educators, students, workers, and lifelong learners who want to understand one of the most transformative technologies ever built and use it wisely. Every episode, we explore what AI really is, not the science fiction version, not the hype, not the fear, but the real, documented, evidence-based story of what AI can do, what it can't, and what it means for the people who teach, learn, and use it professionally and personally every day. Are you ready to begin? Okay, let's get started. Chapter 13. The Plagiarism Problem, Academic Integrity in the AI Era. Key vocabulary. Plagiarism. The act of presenting someone else's work, ideas, or words as one's own without proper attribution. Submitting an essay written entirely by an AI without disclosure is a new form of plagiarism that many academic institutions are actively working to address. AI detection. Software tools designed to identify whether a piece of text was generated by an artificial intelligence rather than a human author. Many teachers have begun using AI detection tools, but experts warn these systems have significant error rates and should not be relied upon as definitive proof of dishonesty. Attribution. The practice of crediting the correct source or author for an idea, quote, piece of work, or in the case of AI, a generated output. Some professors now require students to include attribution statements describing any AI tools used in the research or drafting of their papers. Academic honesty policy. A set of institutional rules that define expectations for original work, proper citation, and ethical conduct in all academic activities. Universities are rapidly revising their academic honesty policies to clarify what constitutes appropriate AI use and what constitutes academic misconduct. Ghostwriting. The practice of writing something on behalf of another person who then presents it as their own work. Critics argue that using AI to write an entire assignment without engagement or disclosure is a form of ghostwriting that undermines the educational goals of the assignment. Feature article. The AI Integrity Crisis, Rethinking Honesty, Authorship, and Learning in the Digital Age. When a student submits a paper written by ChatGPT as their own original work, what exactly has gone wrong? The question seems simple, but its answer reveals deep tensions about the purpose of education, the meaning of authorship, and the limits of institutional rules designed for a world that no longer exists. The scale of AI-enabled academic dishonesty is difficult to overstate. Within weeks of ChatGPT's launch in November 2022, educators worldwide reported a flood of AI-generated student submissions. A 2023 survey by the Stanford Graduate School of Education found that more than 60% of students admitted to using AI in ways that went beyond their instructors' stated guidelines. AI detection tools like Turnitin's AI detector and GPTZero were rushed to market but quickly revealed significant limitations. High rates of false positives flagging human writing as AI generated, and true positives that sophisticated students could evade by lightly editing AI outputs. But the integrity crisis is more nuanced than a simple story of students cheating. Consider the range of AI uses a student might make, using AI to brainstorm ideas, widely considered acceptable, having AI suggest vocabulary improvements, contested, using AI to generate a rough outline, debated, asking AI to write a first draft that the student then revises substantially, increasingly contested, and submitting an AI-written essay verbatim with no personal engagement whatsoever, universally condemned. Where exactly is the line, and who should draw it? Most educators agree on the extreme cases. A student who reads, thinks, researches, drafts, and uses AI only to polish word choice or check grammar has engaged in the learning process the assignment was designed to produce. A student who copies an AI output without reading or revising has not learned the content, has not practiced the skills the assignment was meant to develop, and has misrepresented their work to the institution. The latter is a genuine integrity violation with real educational consequences. The pedagogical solution is not primarily technological. AI detection software is too unreliable, and the arms race between detection and evasion is one educators cannot win. The deeper solution is assignment redesign. Assignments that require students to demonstrate specific, personal knowledge, their own field research, their personal analysis of a text they read in class, their reflections on a laboratory experience they conducted, cannot be adequately completed by AI. Oral presentations, in-class writing, portfolios that document the writing process, and assignments that build on class-specific discussions all make AI ghostwriting far more difficult and less tempting. The crisis also demands honest conversation with students about why writing matters. Writing is not merely a way of demonstrating knowledge to a teacher. Writing is thinking made visible. It is the process through which ideas are clarified, arguments are tested, and understanding is deepened. When a student outsources this process to an AI, they are not just violating a rule, they are cheating themselves out of the most important benefit of the assignment. Review questions and answers. 1. Why are AI detection tools an insufficient solution to the academic integrity problem? AI detection tools have high rates of false positives, wrongly flagging human writing as AI generated, and can be evaded by students who make moderate edits to AI outputs. Relying on them creates an adversarial relationship between teachers and students and an arms race that educators consistently lose, rather than addressing the underlying educational design problem. 2. What distinguishes acceptable AI use from academic dishonesty in student work? The distinction typically lies in whether the student has genuinely engaged with the learning process the assignment was designed to produce. Using AI for brainstorming, vocabulary suggestions, or grammar checking while doing the core research, thinking, and writing personally is generally acceptable. Submitting AI-generated work as entirely one's own without any personal engagement is dishonest. 3. How should assignments be redesigned to reduce AI-enabled dishonesty? Assignments should require personal, specific engagement that AI cannot replicate, original fieldwork, analysis of class-specific discussions, oral defenses, process portfolios that document drafting stages, in-class writing, and reflections on personal experiences. These designs make authentic engagement necessary rather than optional. 4. How is AI-generated essay submission similar to and different from traditional plagiarism? Like traditional plagiarism, AI-generated essay submission involves presenting work that is not one's own as if it were, deceiving the institution about the effort and thinking invested. Unlike traditional plagiarism, there is no human author being robbed of credit, and the ethical framework is more novel. But the educational harm, a student failing to develop the skills the assignment was meant to build, is the same or greater. 5. Why should educators focus on explaining to students why writing matters rather than just enforcing rules? Rules can always be evaded. If students understand that writing is a cognitive process, that the act of writing clarifies, tests, and deepens thinking in ways that cannot be replicated by reading an AI output, they are more likely to value authentic engagement. Education in the why builds intrinsic motivation that enforcement of the what cannot. This has been today's episode of Artificial Intelligence for Work, School, and Life podcast. Have a wonderful week ahead, and we look forward to reconnecting with you soon. Keep thinking. Keep questioning. Keep learning.